G'day, and welcome back to Celebrate Real Profit, where we talk about freely expanding and thriving in all areas of our life. So I invite you to be curious about how you are expanding and thriving in all areas of your life. And are you expanding freely? Or does it feel like a struggle? The other day I shared about emotions have been pretty intense for me this month. Whether that be a curiosity that may has been a pivotal month for many years of my life, or it's just a compilation and a of emotions that I'm not looking at. So I invite you to be curious about what your experience is for yourself this month. And well, every day really, but today's conversation is about being curious about what is your experience. And when we're talking about expanding and thriving, we're talking about expanding and thriving freely. So what I see is a seedling coming through the ground and flowering, so expanding and thriving. So is that a struggle or is that freely? Now, I know from my own personal experience that because I haven't learnt and understood the differentiation of emotions, I've only learnt about it for a couple of years. I have struggled for most of my life in that I would get to an emotion, I would resist it, and then it would persist, and then the cycle would continue. So it was a struggle. So now that I am aware of emotions, I sometimes resist them, then they persist, or sometimes I acknowledge them and then they can flow on through and then they can share information with me. The other day I was aware of those two situations. Some may call it the duality. So I was very aware of when I was resisting, i.e., ignoring my emotions, or when I was able to distinguish or acknowledge that it was an emotion, not necessarily be able to acknowledge what emotion. I was certainly being mindful to acknowledge that emotions were rising in me and then accept that all these emotions were arising in me, and then taking some time to be compassionate and to be with me and to be with the experience. Now, in doing that, I was able to see that the emotions were guiding me. The emotions were sharing information with me. Whereas when I was resisting, I literally just put it in one big bucket, and then I would get into the woe is me conversations, whether I'm expressing that outwardly or in my actions internally. So I invite you to be curious about your experiences and you freely expanding and thriving in all areas of your life. Are you doing it freely or are you struggling? Wherever you are in the world, my name is Kerry O'Shea. This is Celebrate Real Profit, where we share conversations about freely expanding and thriving in all areas of your life. Bye for now.